UFC Fight Night on UFC Vegas 61. Dern versus Yan takes place this weekend. And I'm going to go through the full card breakdown and in detailed predictions, starting with the early prelim opener of Jessica Penne versus Tabitha Ricci. I think this is a bit of a self-explanatory one here. I'm going to be going for Tabitha Ricci wrestling clinic here over Jessica Penne, who I just think doesn't much have it anymore. I mean, if you look at Jessica Penne's last fight, she looked kind of old. If I'm honest with you, against Emily Dakota, she looked old out there. She looked not too good. She looked slow. And I think Tabitha Ricci, the young up-and-comer. I mean, how old is Tabitha Ricci? I mean, I think she's 27. I know I just said 30 and young up-and-comer, but it's different with woman. But she's looking good lately, Ricci. She's looking good. She beat Poliana Viana in that last fight, and she kind of just outlanded Poliana Viana and out-wrestled her here and there, and beat Maria Oliveira as well. And Viana always has good jiu-jitsu here and there, and Ricci was able to survive it. And she out-grappled Maria Oliveira, who's coming off a win right now. Yeah, she lost to Manon Fiorot, but Manon Fiorot isn't bad. She's very good. One fight away. If she beats Shukagian, she's getting Shevchenko next. You know? She's good. Not a bad loss. She took down short notice as well. And I feel as though Penne is a veteran, so she could have some tricks up here. But Karolina Kovacevic, not the best at all. And yeah, she beat Godinez, but she did arguably lose that fight on damage. And I think Ricci's gonna get this one done. She's smart. She's gonna play a safe game, and I think she'll out-wrestle Penne, who goes for a lot of armbar attempts but fails. Moving on up the card, Alexi Olenek versus Elia Latifi. This early down in the card. I mean, I don't think this is updated yet, but I'm gonna be going for Elia Latifi. Elia Latifi will win this one. I like Alexi Olenek. I think he's a good fighter. And he did get that 60th win against Jared Vandera, and I like that he got that, but I really don't see him beating Latifi. And Latifi is very underrated. I like Latifi, man. I mean, he's 39, but I think Olenek's 45. I just don't trust Alexi Olenek here. Like, Latifi beat Tanner Boser, and he out-wrestled him, and Boser's a really good fighter. I mean, on damage, he should have lost that fight, and Boser usually has a close fight like this. Same thing, like Boser against Rodrigo Nascimento should have won. It was kind of like that fight with Boser and Latifi as well. But Latifi, he's good. You know, Boser is a good fighter, and he arguably won against Derek Lewis as well. I really do believe he'll go out there and out-wrestle Alexi Olenek, out-hustle him here and there, beat him up. Won't have enough power to beat him. Like, I think they're both going to look sloppy on the feet. But I think he'll land the better shots and win like a close 29-28, 30-27 on some cards and get the job done over Alexi Olenek. Who, moving on, up the card. Maxim Christian versus Felipe Lins. Maxim Christian, again, self-explanatory. I mean, this card is going to have really self-explanatory predictions. And really just easy predictions. I'm gonna go Maxim Christian here. A lot of people say his name is Maxim Christian, but it's Maxim. You know, I think it's Maxim Christian. But I think Maxim Christian. I think he's gonna win this one. I mean, Felipe Lins is good, and yeah, he looked alright against Marcin Prachnio, but close fight there again. It's not like he clearly won against Prachnio. I don't trust him here. I really don't. Like, Tanner Boser just puts him out cold. And Arlovsky outstruck him on the feet for 3 rounds. And I think if Arlovsky can do that, I think Christian can as well. And Christian, he's good. Like, he beat William Knight. Like, he's a very good fighter, Christian. Yeah, he lost to Jacoby, but again, he could have won the fight against Dustin Jacoby, who's looking like the next big thing right now. Not the next big thing. And they looking like the next guy coming up. But Yeah, he could have won that fight against Jacoby. And yeah, he lost to Tybura, but he still made that fight competitive on short notice. And I don't see Lin's having any offensive grappling here, and even if he does show some grappling, I don't think it'll go. I think Christian will do well with it and handle it well. I think Christian's just gonna outstrike him on the feet. Lin's doesn't have much KO power. I'm gonna go Christian getting this one done. Moving on, 30-27, 29-28. Moving on up the card. Let me just get, my nose is itching right now. Moving on, Joaquin Silva versus Jesse Ronson. Now this one's tricky. I'm gonna go with Joaquin Silva. What's he been doing lately? He beat Neil Magny in a grappling match. But that didn't tell me anything. Lost to Ricky Glenn. So he doesn't have the best of chins, is what we're saying right now. What's Ronson been doing? Ronson lost to Garcia. I'm gonna trust Joaquin Silva to get this one to the ground and get the job done. Ronson is just an old man. I think Silva still wants to make something out of his career. I mean, he's 33. They're both old. Will never be anything. But I'm gonna trust Joaquin Silva, I think, here. Yeah, he did lose to Ricky Glenn. And yeah, he lost that fight by KO, but Ricky Glenn's kind of underrated in that division. And same with Najah Akbaras. He did get a brutal KO over Jared Gordon, so I'm gonna go with him taking this to the ground, getting a rear naked choke win. He does go for a lot of KOs in round 1, but I'm gonna go for him winning this one. Rear naked choke, getting it down to the ground, and Ronson doesn't know what to do. I mean, Ronson lost to Hoff Garcia, who's quite mediocre in that division. Yeah, he did beat Nicholas Dalby, but he was on roids in that fight, so I think Joaquin Silva gets this one done, saves his career. Moving on up the card. My nose is really itching. Why is it? Okay, we're good. Julia Stolyarenko versus Chelsea Chandler. Do I care? I don't really care for this one. Yeah. Moving on up the card. Brennan Allen versus Christophe Jocko. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna go Chelsea Chandler over Julia Stolyarenko. I think Chandler's gonna out-grapple her for 3 rounds here. I think Stolyarenko's good. I just don't think she's that good, though. Like, Jessica Rose Clark's just dumb and bad and terrible. And she's in the UFC because she's hot. Nothing else, really. She's terrible. And Julia Avila and Alexis Davis were able to out-grapple Julia Stolyarenko. And this year, she got out-grappled by Davis. And Kunitskaya out-grappled her as well. I'm going to go Chelsea Chandler winning this one. I think Chelsea Chandler's good. She's 28. Her debut's coming. Stolyarenko's taking this on short notice as well. It was originally supposed to be Leah Letson. And she's good. She beat 4-2 Courtney King. Olivia Parker 4-0. 3-0 Brittany Victoria. 2-0 Mitzi Mary. Weird name there, but I think she's gonna beat Stolyarenko. Plus, she's been active this year as well. I think she'll beat Stolyarenko. Stolyarenko could get the sub early, but I think Chelsea Chandler will be aware, out-grapple her for 3 rounds, get the job done. On the feet, they're both quite trash. Moving on up the card, Brendan Allen versus Christophe Jocko. I'm gonna go Brendan Allen, I think, here, right, guys? I think Brendan Allen can actually get this one done. I mean, Jocko is good. He is good. He is very good. But he's not that good. Like, yeah, he beat Meerschaert, but Meerschaert couldn't really find the takedown. But people looking at this fight, a lot of people are going to pick Jocko here. Because Allen needs to grapple to win, and Jocko has good defense. But he can just do what Strickland did, really. Just kick him up. Jab him up here and there. Land shots. Like, you don't think he can do that? Yeah, he beat Anders. But he's fighting wrestlers. Serkinov did alright against him, but you're going to a split decision with Nisha Serkinov. While determined, no problem, subs him in the first round. Different styles, I understand, but I don't know. He's fighting wrestlers. I think Allen ain't gonna just offensively grapple here. Some people thought he lost to Jacob Malkoon. I'm alright with that decision. I think Allen could actually win that decision. But he beat Sam Alvey. He is risky on the feet, but it's not like Jocko has any power. I think Allen can go out there and get it done. He looked alright against Chris Curtis before getting KO'd, and against Strickland. And honestly, I think he looked better. Who looked better against Sean Strickland? Brendan Allen or Christophe Jocko? Jocko couldn't do anything for 3 rounds at all. Allen at least added some scrambles. Leg kicks will be a factor here, and I think Allen will chew up the body of Jocko, chew up the legs, and win a close 29-28 split decision over Christophe Jocko. Just barely get enough and get the job done. I think Allen gets it done. Moving on, up the card. Randy Costa versus Guido Canetti. Oh, Randy Costa, man. Oh my goodness. Like, Tony Kelly just puts him away and makes him quit. Adrian Yanez had a good start, but just gassed out and gave up. But then he has those wins against Boston Salmon and Journey Newsom. That makes no sense, but I think the gig is up now with Costa, man. The jig is up. If I'm saying that correctly. All he does is just throw head kicks. And I think Guido Canetti is smart enough to go out there and win. And I think Guido Canetti is actually underrated. Like, yeah, he beat Moutinho. And he put away Moutinho. O'Malley couldn't do it until the 3rd round. But he looked good against Mano Martinez as well. And went to a split decision with him. But then Dana Baccarel finished him. It's not like Randy Costa has any subs, so I don't know though, because a lot of people might call me out for this, but I think I might go Guido Canetti here, guys. Costa's 28, he gasses out, and I think Canetti can pressure him, grapple him here and there, and beat him up. I'm going Canetti, I don't care. I'm going to go Guido Canetti getting this one done. Yeah, early round 2 submission, or early round 2 ground and pound TKO. I think he'll get the job done over Randy Costa. We'll see though. Moving on. Just can't trust Costa, man. Moving on up the card. Vyacheslav Borshev versus Mike Davis. This is another tough one, man. Oh, these fights are getting tougher and tougher when the card goes on. I'm gonna go with Borshev did get out grappled by Jacasey, but Jacasey recently, I think at that time I thought Jacasey was just doing it because I just to piss off Borshev, but this is actually Jacasey's game plan now, just to wrestle. Oh, Davis, man, has been out for a while, and I get he's good, but he's 29. Beat Mason Jones, arguably lost to Gilbert Burns. I'm gonna go Borshev, I think, here, man. Davis has been out for a while, man. A wickedly long time off, and I think Borshev can actually go out there and make a statement early, landing a big liver shot to a big shot. Mike Davis thinks it's an eye poke, and Borshev just finishes him off. I do believe, similar to Tanner Boser versus that other Brazilian he KO'd, Rafael Pessoa. I think it'll be like that. I'm going to go Borshev getting this one done. Yeah, he lost to Jacasey, but he beat Dakota Bush and Chris Duncan. So I'm going to go for him winning this one. First round TKO. Moving on, up the card. Sadiq Youssef versus Don Shainis. I want to say that name is. I'm going to go Sadiq Youssef getting this one done over Don Shainis. I think Don Shainis, he's alright. He's 31 years old. He's nothing special. He beat Jay Ellis 16 and 104 losses. Jeez. And he beat Cody Pfister and Bryce Picard. But those guys aren't too great. I think Sadiq Yusuf will win a 30-27 decision here. Getting this one done over Don Shanis. And just picking him apart for 3 rounds. Picking him apart. Yeah, I'm gonna go Sadiq Yusuf getting this one done for 3 rounds. Picking apart Don Shanis and getting the job done. Moving on up the card. Yeah, Shanis ain't too good. Yusuf will get it done. Moving on, Hani Barcelos versus Trevin Jones. I'm going to take Trevin Jones as an underdog. I'm going to go Trevin Jones here. I'm taking it. I don't trust Barcelos, man. I really don't. I think it all takes one punch from Jones to change it all. I think Trevin Jones is really underrated. I think people should give him that credit. Like, he is very good. Very, very good fighter. Yeah, he beat Bautista, man. Put away Bautista. Bautista's looking great lately, man. Just beat Brian Kelleher. Looking great lately. And I'm gonna go with him winning this one. I really do. I think he'll win this one over Hani Barcelos. Saeed Yakub Kakramanov is good. We found that out. He's a beast. Just beat Ronnie Lawrence. And I think he just got subbed for guillotine that fight. And Travis Basharat made that fight competitive against Basharat. And Basharat's looking good as well. Just beat Gravely 2 weekends ago. Yeah, he just beat Tony Gravely. And Trevin Jones, 32 years old. I get Barcelos is just old though, man. Not looking good. Like, Victor Henry just beat him up in the striking. We thought Barcelos was going to be the next big thing. And Timur Valiev, that fight should have been a draw. But you just see it. He's getting worse, you know. Clay Tai looks good. Against Valiev, it kind of looks But should have been a draw, though. In that fight against Victor Henry, he looked terrible. Now he's going to get put out cold, in my opinion, against Trevin Jones. He just gets worse and worse each fight. 35 years old. Yeah, I just don't trust him. I don't trust him. I really don't. And yeah, he should have the power to put away Jones, but Jones showed a good chin against Valiev. I'm going to go Jones KOing Barcelos in the first round. I think he'll have the power to do it. Moving on up the card. John Castaneda versus Daniel Santos. I'm going to go Castaneda. I think this guy's legit, man. I think he's legit. I really do. I mean, he beat Miles Johns, who I thought was probably going to be something. Beat him up. Destroyed him. Great win. Great win. Then, he beat Wineland. And looked really good there. And then good punch combos. And Wood destroyed him. Good for Nathaniel Wood just whooping this guy for 3 rounds. But I think Daniel Santos is just not that good. I mean, he's 27 years old. Julio Arce just beat him. And I know it's Arce, and Arce is kind of good, but I just think Castaneda will outclass him for 3 rounds. I don't know about you guys. Castaneda's going to outclass him and finish him. Actually, I'm going to go for like an arm triangle in round 3 or something. Again, for John Castaneda. After beating up and bloodying up and slicing up Daniel Santos. I think he gets it done. Moving on to the co-main event. Let's talk about this one. Randy Brown versus Francisco Chernaldo. Oh, another tough one. I'm going to go Randy Brown here, though. Nah. I don't know, though. Chernaldo could KO him. That's the thing. Because Randy Brown, he's good. But he didn't win the fight against Chaos Williams. He lost that fight. Lost the first round by getting dropped. Won the second round by not getting dropped. Third round he gets dropped, but he outlands Chaos Williams, and so they gave him the win because of it. Should have lost to Chaos. Jared Gooden, he won that fight. Okay, good job. Broken toe. Survived there. Beat Alex Oliveira. And I think leg kicks from Chernaldo. Chopping leg kicks can do well here. Luke beat him. But then again, he destroys Barberena and Alves. And yeah, I don't know who I'm picking here, really. I'm going to go Randy Brown, winning 3 rounds here. Just outclassing Chernaldo each round, because Chernaldo didn't look great against Salikov, who, by the way, just got KO'd by Li Jingliang, and Chernaldo couldn't touch him. But Chernaldo, he beat Danny Roberts and Dwight Grant, but Dwight Grant, did he really win that fight against Grant? I don't know. He beat Jai Herbert, but got outclassed before then. And Brown has a decent chin. Just the guys he's fighting, the Chaos has a lot of power. So yeah, I'm gonna go with yeah, I'm gonna take Ronnie Brown winning this one. 3 rounds. Chernaldo gets frustrated for not touching him. Plus he's 44. Retire, man. Moving on to the main event. Mackenzie Dern versus Yan Zhao Nan. I'm gonna go Mackenzie Dern, I think, here. I really do. You should pick Yan Zhao Nan, because I think she is an underdog. And you really should go pick her. And I think it's logical to pick her. But I think I'm picking Dern. Because I know for a fact there's going to be some moment where the fight goes to the ground. There's going to be some moment where the fight goes to the ground. And I think that moment is where Dern's going to capitalize on a big victory. I think Dern, if she wins this one, will be back in the mix. I guess you could say that when she beat Tisha Torres. But let's be real, she lost that fight blatantly. Round 1 and 3 were Tisha Torres clear. Dern can win round 2 because of the submission attempt and the armbar, but yeah, Zhao Nan's good. I really do believe she is good. And she arguably beat Marina Rodriguez in their fight. She really could have won that fight, but against Esparza, not much. Like, she just gets destroyed. And it's not like it's just her grappling defense is bad. Against Rodriguez, she could have won the fight because Rodriguez didn't shoot. Esparza, it's not like you're fearing anything on the feet. You get taken down. So you could have whooped her there. And Esparza takes her down easily. And Dern, I think there's more to worry on the feet with Dern than Esparza, because Dern could knock you out and KO you out cold. Even though her striking is terrible technique-wise, she still has a bit of pop in her shot to worry about. And she has an overhand here and there. With Esparza, she's just a shell on the feet. She did beat Claudia Gadelha, but Gadelha is done, I believe. I don't think she's the same. Same with Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Same with Angela Hill. And I think Dern's got this one in the bag, man. I really do. I think Dern's good. She's still young, 29 years old. I think Yan Zhao Nan's 31. 33. I think you gotta pick Dern, man. Plus Dern, if she loses this one, she's kind of out of the talk. Out of the talk. If Yan Zhao Nan loses, she's out. But yeah, I just gotta pick Dern. You have to pick Dern here, I think. She's good. And I think round 1 early is probably going to be Yan Zhao Nan landing some good shots. Dern keeping it patient. Dern knowing it's 5 rounds, knowing her pace won't be, knowing it's not going to be like a war or anything, so her pace will be is intact. And her cardio will be intact. Round 2 will be closer. Yan Zhao Nan wins it with some good shots. Round 3, Dern eventually gets her down. Yan's gassing. And Dern hip tosses her. Just body locks her, takes her down. Yan Zhao Nan tries kicking her off. Dern moves, big shots from Dern, elbows, and Dern takes the back and goes for a rear naked choke. I'm gonna say rear naked choke win. I'm gonna go with Mackenzie Dern gets the job done. And yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. This is the full card breakdown and in detailed predictions for UFC Fight Night and UFC Vegas 61, Dern versus Yan. And yeah, tell me who you like. Tell me who you're picking in the main event. Shouldn't be a main event. I mean, these cards coming up, man, are completely garbage. I mean, after this weekend, Dern Yan, there's another break off. Next weekend after, we may come back to another good, we come back to a good main event. No, it's Viviane Araújo versus Alexi Grasso. Week after that's 280 though. UFC 280, all about Maxim, and I'm hyped. But right now we have to deal with this crap. Peace.